Okay, very much good morning, everyone. In today's video, we are going to cover three important topics. First, we are going to understand concept of product, that's the prima facie thing, and then followed by concept of branding, concept of packaging, and concept of labeling. We all know previously we have just completed marketing mix, brief introduction of marketing mix elements with respect to their mixes. So today we are going to understand the concept of product. Now, the good thing about this thing is that I have already taught you concept of product when we were learning the brief introduction of marketing mix elements. At that point of time, we have already understood that concept of product, where product is nothing but anything of value which can be offered to customer and where customer can satisfy their needs and wants, like LG offering wider amount of products in the market in the form of TV, refrigerators, AC, etc. We have also learned one important thing, that product is not only the physical aspect, but it also talks about intangible benefits to be received from it. Now, the same kind of extended version is going to come in this concept of product. I'm just reading out for you slowly and steadily. You can try to capture it. Generally, a product means thing having tangible or physical attribute, but that's actually very narrow view of viewing the product, that if you only see a physical attribute. Product not only carries some physical attribute, but also some intangible qualities such as reputation, guarantee, quality, ambience, style, comfort, looks, etc. You all recall that we were discussing an example that if we happen to purchase a Mercedes-Benz car, how we can sum up in one word that we are going to buy this car. We all spoke about quality, standards, status, ambience, technology. Nobody spoke about commuting purposes because we all agreed that we don't buy Mercedes only for commuting purposes. It's a standard class above level that we buy for. So in that situation, we have clearly understood that product is not only a physical attribute, it is also carrying so many intangible attributes. Now, as for example, person buying a car is not only buying a tangible box, but it is also buying an entire mean of transportation. Now, what is product actually? From consumer's point of view, a product is something which we call at bundle of utilities, a bunch of benefits, and it also has capacity to satisfy the needs of customers. It is true. Whenever a person is buying the product, because that product is satisfying some need of it. If I'm buying a car, obviously it will satisfy my need of transportation, carrying family together. All this kind of needs will be satisfied. So normally a product will be purchased by customer only if it is delivering three greatest consumer benefits, which you can see: functional benefits, psychological benefits, and social benefits. Just imagine you are growing up in a city, you have completed your graduation and post graduation, you're supposed to go to a workplace. Right now you don't have a car and you have to rely on public transportation. In that situation, changing bus, changing train, it could be very hectic. Even then the office is little far, you have to go for third option, that is rickshaw or maybe a taxi. This is very, very cumbersome. In that situation, if you have your own car, then it solves your functional benefit of commuting from your home space to workspace. Now, say for an example, slowly and steadily, your family has also shifted with you. Now, let's say on one good weekend, you want to drive around with them. So the way you need to do hustle of public transportation in your office life, you don't want that your family also go through that. So you feel there is a need of having a car. So that's a psychological benefit. And it is obvious when we buy a car, when it is being parked in our local residence or maybe a flat or a towers, obviously people will have head turner, people will look at it and they will ask you which model, which thing. So that's where you come social acceptance. So where social benefits are being fulfilled. So a person purchases product only when it is delivering three great consumer benefits, starting from functional benefits, psychological benefits, as well as social benefits. So if you want to read this thoroughly and ask me any doubt, I would request please pause the slide, learn it properly, and shoot me the doubts whenever you can feel free. As we know, concept related product or product related decisions are three. Those are branding, packaging, and labeling. So you can see these are the change in the brand logo over a period of time. These are some of the brand logos which have changed over a period of time, again, including Walmart to BBC. These are some of the India's famous brand. If you are not sure about any of the brand, you can ask me, sir, which is this brand? I'll surely explain you. Now that leads us to the concept of branding. To utter surprise, the concept of branding is 90 to 99% absolutely same the way you have seen in function of marketing, where function number 6 was branding. So I'm just going through that same process. A marketer must decide whether to sell product in generic name or brand name. It is but obvious every marketer will decide that he would like to sell product in brand name. If products are sold with the generic name, we all know it will be damn difficult for any marketer to differentiate his product from the product of competitors. Therefore, most of the marketers give brand name to their products, which help in identifying and distinguishing their product from the product of competitors. Like chocolate powder selling companies are many, but for one company to distinguish their chocolate powder from other, the only way out is to give brand name. That's why we know Bonvita, Boost, Horlicks, Milo, this kind of brands are there. And that's how they differentiate their chocolate powder from other. So that's brand name, my dear friends. So what is branding actually? The process of giving name, symbols and tagline is the called process of branding. Never ever forget one great example which satisfy all the queries is McDonald's, because McDonald's is a brand name. I am loving it. That's the tagline. And that two golden arches which signifies the M of McDonald's. That's called brand logo. So process of branding talks about name, symbol and tagline. We all know from McDonald's. So this is the concept of branding which we have just learned. Same process, pause the slide, learn. And if you have any doubt, you can ask me in the normal class. Now we are talking about important terms related to branding. Let me tell you, brand has two important terms, brand name and brand mark. Brand name means the part of brand which can be spoken, that is called brand name, because it is also known as verbal component of the brand. You can see some of the pictures I've kept over here. Asian Paints, Saffola Oats, Uncle Chips. These are all example of brand name. Not that we don't recognize them because of their symbol. We definitely recognize them through the symbol. But these are the brand which we normally speak in our daily life, like Asian Paints, Saffola Oil or Oats, Uncle Chips, or for that matter, Balaji or Lays as a chips. So yes, they are there. These are called brand name. The other part of the brand or other related component of the brand, my dear friends, that's called brand mark. So what is brand mark? The part of brand which can be recognized because of their symbol is called brand mark. You can see there are two glammings, hand and diya, which signifies LIC. Then there are three slanting lines, which is talking about Adidas, and there's two golden arches making into an M, which is called McDonald's. I'm not saying we are not speaking about these brands. We do speak Adidas, McDonald's, Life Insurance Corporation, but you know, these brands are quite famous because of their symbols, because of their mark. And that's where brand mark come, which I wrote in an example. Glamming the of LIC, three slanting lines of Adidas, and M for McDonald's. All are example of brand mark. So we have just seen and completed, my dear friends, the two important components related to the brand, that is brand name, brand mark. One more thing which you need to know is called, my dear friends, trademark. What is trademark? A brand or a part of brand which has been given legal protection, that will be called trademark. It prohibits others from the usage of same brand name and same design, which you need to remember. Say for an example, if this M is registered with the McDonald's, then no other company can use McDonald's as their symbol or this color combination and font. This is their exclusive right to use this logo for the promotion of their product. No other company is allowed to do so. So friends, we have just completed brand name, brand mark and trademark. Remember, brand has only two components, brand name and brand mark. Trademark we have separately understood. After completing the branding part, the next topic is called packaging. Now, what is called packaging? But before we go on that, let's see the picture, which is also available in CBSE textbook. This is a toothpaste which is carried in the tube. Now, this tube will be placed in the cardboard box, and cardboard boxes will carry 30 or 20 more boxes in a corrugated boxes. My dear friends, this signifies the levels of packaging. So what is packaging actually? Packaging refers to act of designing and producing the wrapper of the product. We all know water do not have any shape. but in which bottle you store the water will take the shape of that specific thing. So basically packaging refers to act of designing or containing wrapper of the product, in which products is being absolutely hold on. So levels of packaging, my dear friends, are three: primary package, secondary package, and transport package. The immediate container, which is holding the product, like that paste is contained in the tube, so that's a primary package. The additional layer of protection is called secondary package. So that thin cardboard box, which we normally see on Colgate and Pepsodent, that's called secondary package. Transport package refers to further level of packaging, which is normally used, I repeat, normally used for storage and transportation. Like manufacturer may send goods to retailer in the corrugated boxes containing 10, 20 or 50 such boxes. If a question comes to you, why a transporter uses corrugated boxes, then storage and transportation is the need. That is the most important thing which you need to remember. Now, once we are done with the levels of packaging, you can understand that you have to pause this thing and you have to go ahead. I would like to add one thing very practically. This is just a theoretical part that packaging has three levels. It could also be possible, my dear friends, that many company uses either more or less level of packing, depending upon your realistic exposure in the market. The last topic which we are going to do today is called labeling. Label is a part of a product or a tag which is directly attached to the product. It can be a small slip or it can be a printed one. So labeling can be of two types. It can be a simple tag. In case of local products like sugar, wheat, pulses, a simple tag is attached to the product. And in case of other way, the other type of labeling is called descriptive label. In case of branded products, descriptive or elaborative label is given to the product. Now try to understand, there is a picture on your right side of the screen. The person who is owning the grocery store is trying to sell local products like dal, pulses, sprouts, everything. In this scenario, as they are not packed in a branded manner, it is available locally and simple slip can be kept. ये उड़द की दाल है, ये दूसरी दाल है, ये मूंग की दाल है, and there might be a price written kilo wise. It could be there for chawal, it could be there for sugar. So these are local products, and in that situation, simple tag is used as a label. But you can try to see in the background, there are so many products like pickles is there, oil is there, conditioner is there, a lot of talcum powders are there. In that situation, there are branded labels. The front you can see the marketing information, and the back you can see the descriptive label, like you can see over here in Colgate. So yes, labeling can be of two types. Either it could be a simple tag or it could be a descriptive thing. So with that said, guys, we have just completed three important topics: concept of branding, packaging, labeling, and prior to that, we have also completed the concept of product. I want that you go through this video very, very thoroughly, learn every part of it. And if you have any kind of doubts, you can definitely ask me. Thank you so much for joining in this video on behalf of Intelligent Classes.